So here's Megyn talking about the fight that has erupted between Dan and Kash Patel on one side, basically versus Bondi on the other side. Take a look.
And so now you have a situation where her words on the record on Fox News are diametrically opposed to what she put in this memo. She's embarrassed the president. She's embarrassed herself. And Dan and Kash, to the extent they've had to sign off on that, let's understand the FBI is controlled by the DOJ. FBI is subservient to DOJ. She's their boss. That they're in this position where the only comments they've made on the record as administration officials have been, we don't think he killed himself, and we don't think he got murdered. We think he did kill himself. We've looked at the tapes, and Kash to Joe Rogan saying, if I saw all these tapes of Jeffrey Epstein with little girls, trust me, I would show you, but I haven't seen it. Okay, so what they're saying now is consistent with what they've said since they joined the office, and that is one of the many reasons why this scandal is squarely on her, and I'm telling you, I'm of the cable news universe. I've seen it happen a million times. People get thirsty. They love to see themselves on television. They love to see their names in the Klieg lights. They love the attention. They love the little emails and texts and tweets and thumbs up they get after their appearance, and they can feel their star rising. And listen, internally, I'm told there's a bit of like a power struggle between Pam Bondi and another female administration official on who's going to be the top dog.
First off, as a sidebar, Charlie, ease up on the nicotine. You look like a drug addict with all the chewing, but that aside, okay, what she said there was right. So there's this tension. This is 100% for sure. There's a lot of conjecture around all of this, but we know that there seems to be mass tension now between Bongino and Kash and Pam Bondi, because either she lied or she overpromised or she was confused or something. So now let's get you caught up on that. This is from a couple days ago on the Daily Wire. Dan Bongino, the deputy director of the FBI, is threatening to leave the bureau if Attorney General Pam Bondi remains on the job, a source close to Bongino tells the Daily Wire. Bongino's reportedly furious with Attorney General Pam Bondi over her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files, which has led many to believe he could walk away from the job that he took in February. The source close to Bongino said that he's effectively issued an ultimatum saying he won't work alongside Bondi. The rift between Bongino and Bondi intensified on Wednesday, days after the Department of Justice announced there was no evidence to prove that child rapist Jeffrey Epstein had a client list, had blackmailed powerful people, or had been murdered. Bondi had promised to reveal major details in the case 5 months ago when there were no massive revelations to bring forward. A source close to the Justice Department told the Daily Wire that Patel also wants Bondi gone and that he would consider departing alongside Bongino. The source also said that Patel wanted Bondi to unseal more documents. Now Bongino is considering sending in his resignation over the fallout with Bondi. While it remains unclear if Bongino will step down, his normally active official social media account has been quiet since Wednesday when his frustration with Bondi reportedly boiled over. One source close to Bongino predicted to Axios he ain't coming back. Trump administration officials, however, are saying that Bongino remains on the job. Okay, since I've said a couple of times that I know Dan, I've worked with Dan when I created Locals. Dan was one of the part creators of Rumble, so we had to work together on that merger. We've done other things like Dan is a good guy and a forthright guy and everything else. So I can only speak to the fact that I know him to be that. So what it sounds like is Dan Bongino is pissed because either he feels that she completely bungled this, meaning overpromised or didn't know what was on her desk, or she is lying. Now, it might be possible that she ended up getting all of these files on her desk, again, whatever that means by files. And it turned out they didn't have like a smoking gun. They were like, oh, we have these flight logs, but we can't match it with any video. Like, we just don't know. But I can tell you, as much as I trust anyone in this business that I've had any connection with, Dan seems to me to be an upstanding guy.